Welcome to another M&P family production. Today's gun is a Luger, a Swiss Luger, made in Switzerland. It's a model 1929 model. A little history. The Swiss were the first, I think, military to adopt the Luger in 1900, I believe. And they went through a couple of different models, 1906, 1924. The first Swiss Lugers were made in Germany by DWM, and I think World War I interrupted the supply, so Switzerland got permission to manufacture them in Switzerland, and they did so through the late 1940s, I believe. This particular gun is dated inside the receiver. When you field strip it, you can see it. May of 1943, 543, so I'm sure they produced the bulk of the Model 29 during World War II. These guns have been coming in the country for a while now. They're expensive, and the Swiss, as you may or may not know, the Swiss military, there's a conscription. You go in the military, men, women, and you're required to participate. I don't know how many years of service. Then you're in the reserves for a number of years before you retire from military service. And you have to maintain your proficiency with Swiss military arms. And they really promote that all over the country as ranges. And shooting is really a family sport over there due to the military conscription. I guess only officers were issued handguns. And so this one, if you can see, has P77. What that means is it was purchased probably by the officer it was issued to, and when he retired in 1977, he bought this and retained this. Then probably later sold it to a firearms dealer that later sold it to an importer, and that's how it ended up here in the United States. They're all 30 caliber, 7.65 Parabellum, which we call 30 Luger. These guns are all in excellent condition, excellent bores, all matching numbers. Pretty common on the surplus market. Again, pretty expensive, $2,000 bucks. They adopted the SIG 210, which they call the P49, in 1949. But you know, people that were still issued and had the Lugers kept the Lugers and used the Lugers. And eventually, I think some P49s or the SIG 210s show up imported, but they're crazy expensive, $25, $35 or more, $100. And in 1975 they adopted the SIG 220, or they call it the P75, and I've seen a few of those show up lately. So I don't know if that's their current handgun, the P75. Maybe they updated. That's something to check into. But you can see these guns have the Swiss cross here. Here, let me get that in focus. Yeah, you can see that. The P77. All the Swiss Lugers had a grip safety. The P29, which was the last variation they made, they simplified it to make it cheaper to manufacture. The safety here is not checkered. The magazine release button is not checkered. The cocking knobs on the toggle are not checkered. This is not checkered. This grip is straight here, as where before it had a little hump here, and it's just easier to manufacture and speedier just to make that straight. That's the manufacturer mark, importer mark. But it's a beautiful handgun. And I brought some ammo, so let's shoot it. Oh, also they were issued with really cool holsters and a strap, spare magazine. This holster has got the maker's mark, and 63 I guess is the year this particular holster was manufactured. It's in pretty good shape. Alright, let's talk about disassembly. Lugers are pretty easy to disassemble. They all disassemble the same that I know of. First, remove the magazine. Make sure we're clear, empty. Alright, what you need to do is press down on the barrel, and when you get the barrel pressed in, because it recoils, how a Luger works, let me show you. This knob on the toggle hits the back of the frame and bumps it up, and that's what breaks the buckle or the toggle link, so it will retract, eject, load a new one. But anywho, this is your takedown lever. Push it down, swing that down. See what I did? Push that down, this lever will go down like this. Then the side plate will come off. The side plate has this lever in here. This is what trips the sear lever. It's directly connected to the trigger, pushes down on that, that's the sear. Has an outside sear lever, kind of like a Nambu Type 94, except covered by this side plate so you can't push it inadvertently and fire the gun. So, here we go. Then this comes forward, off. You can remove the doggle by pushing this pin out. And the toggle comes out. Boom. And there you have a disassembled Luger. Now, how do you put it back together? Same way you took it apart. Pretty easy. Slide the toggle back in. It rides on some rails. Now it doesn't want to go all the way home. Why is that? Well, it's catching the sear. Push this little tab in, you go forward. You trip the sear, lowering the striker. Oh, let me show you. You can further take it apart if you ever have to replace your firing pin or clean it. See that screw slot in the back? That's the striker. Or that's the house that retains the spring for the striker. Push that in, turn it a quarter turn, it comes out, firing pin comes out. Easy peasy. Alright. Trip the sear. There. That goes in, lines up, boom. Here's where a lot of people mess up. This lever or hook hooks up to this hook, which captures the mainspring. So you gotta proceed like this. And you see that hook fall in front of the other hook, and it meets it. You can assemble these where it goes, rides over it like that. I hope that's showing up. You can assemble the gun, it just won't function right. Won't function at all. And I've seen Lugers like that brought into gunsmiths and say, hey, something's wrong with my Luger. And I've often, corrected them, saying, there's nothing wrong with your Luger. Here, let me fix it for you. Boom. And they're, oh, okay. So just remember, make sure that hook falls in there and you're good to go. Now, side plate back. Have to push in the barrel a little bit. And the lever goes up. And boom, your Luger's back together. Look at the quality magazine this thing comes with. Really nice. This is, Swiss Rolex watches, Swiss Lugers, Swiss K31s. Their guns are a bit eccentric, but the quality is just second to none. And in my mind, they represent a real value. And You should pick you up some if you can, K31 or a Swiss Luger or whatever. Hope you enjoyed our Swiss Model 29 Luger video. Please like, please subscribe, and send me some questions. Let's talk about Lugers. Have a great day. Bye.